if you could just see the setup you're on right now. You're on a pot on another thing that, like, you know those like water catchers to stop your room getting moldy? You're on top of one of those, like a pot, a water catcher, anti-moldifier, and then my micellar water is now keeping propped up. Hi, hello, welcome to my video. My name's Kathy Lindsay and this is my janky video segment. I have just got back from work. My hair is up, my room, I mean this is clean for me, but you can see towels and whatnot. It's not a fancy setup, but that kind of goes with what this video is about. Hopefully you'll see the title, and it is freshening up your makeup after a nap, a long day. It's a freshening up your makeup segment. So it's going to be nice and quick, a nice quick video. So freshening up your makeup, step one. Now if you're an oily girl like me, you'll need to get rid of the oil. Most people go to blotting papers. I don't like blotting papers. I think they feel weird, they feel greasy. They make my skin feel greasier, which isn't the point. So my go-to step one for replacement of blotting papers, toilet roll. Now you might want to pull off a couple sheets so that the person's before has used it, bacteria isn't on it. But toilet roll I just think is so much better. It's softer, it doesn't feel as like weird and gross as those like blotting papers. Does anyone get what I mean about how those blotting papers just feel like they already feel greasy when you've pulled them off the pack? So yeah, it's like soft, and it does the same job. If you really don't want to get if you really want to get precise with it, you can like pull it in half, so it's not just, so it's not like the double one. You can get precise with it and like minimize how much you're blotting your face. But I like things done quick. I like to not be bothersome. I don't want to be pulling things apart. So if you're lazy like me, just get the double sheet, how it comes off the roll, and start removing that oil from your face. And it is just a case of covering your fingers in the toilet roll and just pressing it where you get oily. Simple as. Simple, and then you will see delicious. That's what you wanted to see when you came to this video. So yeah, just anyway you get shiny. Take off the oil. And you do want to take off the oil from your face before freshening your makeup, because it will now help the next step. So the next step is just touching up like the areas that like maybe have like separated, or for me under my eye where my lashes are quite long, so they hit underneath my cheek if I haven't powdered enough, and then I get like black marks. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to take a tiny bit of my concealer. This is the Collection, it's all rubbed off, but it's the Collection one, the one that everyone raves about. I have been using the Revlon one, not Revlon, Revolution one, that's also like been quite big, but I find it's a little bit watery, and I still really like it. I would recommend it, but just for what I want right now, I want something a bit thicker, and so that's what this is. So I'm just going to take tiny bits of concealer where I need to freshen up. I am using the viewfinder to do this, which is not ideal. And if you had powdered in the day and you've got a bit of powder on your skin, so you're worried that it's not gonna mesh well together, you can use a bit of a sponge for this that's been a watered sponge, a wet sponge for this, instead of a brush, just to help everything mesh together a little bit nicer. So I don't know if you can see, everything just looks a little bit, I'm just brushing out all my, I get like wrinkle lines here, where I like smile lines, so my makeup kind of sits in those throughout the day. Around the nose, I'll just freshen that up. I'll get a line here. Anywhere I've got lines, I just tend to it's just about freshening up, like how you fluff off a pillow, you like are fluffing up your makeup again, like, so that's essentially what I'm doing. Next, for powdering, it might seem obvious, but I would do it slightly differently for freshening up your makeup. Rather than when you actually do start your makeup, I would get a much bigger brush. I've been doing my makeup at the moment with a much more concentrated brush, just to really get like a good powder base going. But for something fresher, I've already got the makeup on. I don't want to be like piling makeup on, so I want a bigger brush, because this is gonna spread the powder a bit more finely. I'm not gonna get such a concentrated, dense bit of powder, and I'm not going to be sweeping on. I'm just powdering. I'm just trying to go light, so it's pushing it into the skin. It's not too heavy. It's not too precise. It's just, again, like I've said, freshening it up. Fresh. And also, not only am I gently setting, not like heavily setting, all the concealer I've just put down, or you could use foundation for that. Like, I prefer concealer because I do. So that's done. Next, we've got setting spray. So I'm using the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I love this. I'm thinking about doing like a setting mist review video soon, so let me know if you want that. Hopefully it'll be a bit more professional looking. It probably won't be. That's not what this channel is about. So yeah, I'm just going to put a bit of setting spray on. The reason, if you don't breathe it in, the reason I like this one is because I find it really melts your makeup together. Other ones I do love more for strength and withholding, like really keeping everything locked in, but this one I find sorry, now I forgot that I need to like sort of fan my face off to dry it. This one I find, yeah, really helps your makeup like melt together and blend, so it looks more seamless, a bit more natural. Everything's like smooth and one and together. But I will go into a bit more depth in another video about my favourite setting sprays. And then finally, after the setting spray has dried from your face, you'd think that was the end, but it's not. I would be so inclined, I'm going to brush through my eyebrows because in case the powder has settled in my eyebrows or the setting spray has done, I'm just going to brush through them. Not a necessary step, but I feel like it gets rid of any excess product from your brows. Yeah, final step is to highlight bits of your face. Highlighting, I just think, makes you look more alive. It brings your face like not like cakey, it's just like brightening, dewy, awake. And I'm not a big fan of a dewy look, but I do like to sort of, it just really brings a freshness to your skin. So you can either use a stick, you can use any type. I've got a stick highlighter. This is from Kiko. It's not just a highlighter, this one's an eyeshadow too, but I use it for highlighting purposes because it's just like a nice you can't really tell, but it's like a nice champagne colour. And then I've also got like a powdered highlighter. It's broken, surprise, so I won't open it, but any sort of highlighter, and I would just go in the inner corners, really just to wake that makeup up. I would potentially put some on the end of the nose, just brush it a bit to tone it down, underneath the eyebrows, again give it a bit of a lift, really feel like you're awake, bit above the lip. Don't spread that out too far, just keep it concentrated for that pouty look. And if you want to, if you've got a powder highlight, I wouldn't really do it with this, but I would go along on the tops of my cheeks. And that is your really quick video on how to freshen up your makeup. It kind of goes with how I feel tired, which is the times that I would be freshening up my makeup when I feel very tired, either from a long day at work. Today I was out in the rain, so I really did need a freshen up. But I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something, and I hope you come back for the next one. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye!